Hola, hola. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'll give everybody an opportunity to come in. Welcome to the stream. Aries the Emperor here. I hope everyone is doing amazing. Hit that like button as you come in. Hello, Lori. Hello, welcome. I hope you are doing well on this evening, love. Just get a little prosperity burning here for the collective. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right, I'm sure you guys read the title. Sun in Scorpio, moon currently in Libra. Are your scales balanced at this time? Or are you rebalancing others' scales at this time? Let's find out. I'm getting this energy, you guys. It's like if there's a nightmare, and I ain't talking about on Elm Street, honey. I'm talking about a nightmare on Aries Street. You're delivering it. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's see, because I feel like people thought it was funny to play and tip your scales and unbalance you and throw you off. All right. I'm getting it was funny when you were having the nightmares. Or maybe it wasn't such a big deal. When you felt like your life, you know what I'm saying? You could have been just going through things, it's just feeling like a energy of helplessness. And others may have seen joy in that of some sort here. Or welcome, Nanya Business Beeswax. Nanya Beeswax. Thank you for the super chat, the $9.99. Thank you. Hit that like button as you guys come in. Welcome, Kalanda. Welcome, everyone. All right, let's get into this read, y'all. Let's see what messages come out, because why are you someone's worst nightmare? We about to find out, for real, for real. Because Aries, you're not a nightmare. You're very much a pleasant dream, honey. You're a fantasy, okay? Somebody's wildest fantasy at that. You are the fantasy that if somebody could get away with it, oh, baby, they would. And it would be the ultimate. Oh, thank you. The only way for that $10 super chat. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, guys. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what messages come out, because I'm curious. Oh, okay. Way too many spirit. All right, so we have grudge holder. So this could be somebody, like I said here, this could be somebody that, when things are happening to you, it's just like, you just need to brush it off. You'll be okay, type energy here. And then now it's happening to someone else. And then it's like 911 emergency type energy here. And it's, you don't have that same energy for them. It's now it's your turn to kind of decide whether or not to sit in that you'll be okay type energy, or you know what I'm saying. You see how this person looking at her? Thank you, Nanya Beeswax. Nanya Beeswax says he's not coming to outdo me. He is an Aries. He is Aries power. He is not trying to outdo me. He is okay. Okay. Look, can't nobody outdo you, honey. All they can do is sit there with this stupid silent face, because they know what they did. And now they got to sit. You see these candles here? This is a boundary, my friend. So whatever nightmare that they sought out for you to have, now they sit in imprisonment of their own nightmare. that they have created. Y'all ever heard that Meek Mill song, Dreams and Nightmares? Man, it's like it's a oldie, but it's a goodie. You know what I'm saying? Like Aries, you got that gift and that curse energy. Is what some people may be saying. You may be feeling this way about it. But it's like, when it comes down to karma and what goes around comes around, you really sit people down with the karma that your ancestors and your guides dish back out. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you're not even prepared for. You can't even believe at times. And it's enough, for to make somebody hold a grudge, but they only need to hold that grudge against themselves. Because like I said, the nightmare that they created is now the nightmare that they will now start in. You know what I'm saying? Tuh. You could be threatening at this time. Like I said here, you got somebody with they antennas up right now. You know what I'm saying here. You got somebody feeling like they hopeless and helpless at this time here. And this not even an energy that you physically put people in. You know what I'm saying? You could just be threatening because you found a new found confidence in yourself here, and your look in someone's eyes is piercing enough, you know what I'm saying, here to set somebody off and make them feel like, oh my God, did Aries just give me the death stare, the resting bitch face, what did I do? A look from you is enough to send somebody's mind down a loop in a rabbit hole, of themselves, because I feel like people kind of hold you to a standard, or they hold you as a respect type of level, whether they are able to come out and say this, because like I said, if someone's not to say threatened, maybe intimidated, and then once they kind of hear you speak or get to know you or kind of try and feel like they understand you a little bit more, it's not threatening, it's intimidating. They're able to clarify, I think, that line. Um, but for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, they're bothered and you're not. They're threatened and you're not. You're intimidating, they're not. And this could be people who saw themselves as such energies, the new sheriff in town, the big bad wolf. You know what I'm saying here? When really, when you came in, your energy is enough to just like someone blowing a magic potion, you know what I'm saying, in your face, and wiping off and wiping away, everything that they knew, believed, dreamed, saw, envisioned for themselves before. You know what I'm saying? You enough, like I said, to knock somebody's wig back when you come into play in their life, and then you whisk away and leave it. I'm talking about wig twisted, hair all over they, you know what I mean? That type of energy is just like you leave somebody in an energy, a state where you only feel this type of energy in movies, but you're handing it out of here in real life, in real time. You know what I'm saying? That could be a nightmare. Somebody might need that, though. That might be somebody's wake up call, somebody that's living in a too much of a dream state, and you need a kick of reality underneath that. People be thinking that fire signs are just, oh, happy go lucky. Aries, especially, you are very much so, but that emperor in you visit your inner child, but that's not who, you know what I'm saying, is your real representative. You know who to let come in and handle the business when it's time, and that's when your emperor energy comes through. But you create through your inner child energy. When you tap into that, that's your dream state side here. And I feel like, people are realizing that you have an actual fantasizing, imagination, and your creativity is unmatched. And when it comes to them, that their dreams is not really a dream. They starting to feel like it's really a nightmare. Okay. People get lost, people get clout hungry. You know what I'm saying? People start doing things out of desperation. trends, you know what I'm saying? It's just things that we think are ourselves or we think we want to be a part of. That's why sometimes you got to give yourself some time, especially if you think you're interested in something, just to really know and do this really sit well with me. Can I move through life with this on me and next to me, and this is really going to be aligned with me? Am I really going to grow through this? Type energy. You really ask the hard hitting questions, the ones that people skip over and the ones that people feel like they can come back and readdress later. But sadly, a lot of people are waking up and realizing it don't work like that. Okay. For some, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But for most, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to have to face your shit, to clean your shit up. You know what I'm saying? To admit that you were wrong, to try and pick the pieces up, to try and fix relationships, to be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying here? Okay, let's reshuffle. Yeah, ego. Someone's hurt themselves. It's one thing to try and blame you, but really in this instance, someone is hurting themselves. Like I said, and when you do things that harm yourself, you're creating a nightmare for yourself, right? And this is what is now happening. You know what I'm saying? People will expect you to go out of your way and to exhaust yourself, and for you to be the one to sacrifice for others to get ahead or to feel comfortable. And it's a nightmare when you're, like I said, when you wake up to that, and when you realize your worth, and when you realize, you know what I'm saying, you need just as much sleep and just as much um R&R as the next person, you know what I'm saying, then they start to feel like neglect. They start to feel like they're melting all of a sudden here. And Aries, something must be wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with Aries. Everything is right with Aries right now at this point in time. And Aries is about to show you that. Cross watcher. All right, let's get some cards. I'm getting a fascination with you. I'm getting intimidation. I'm getting, this is someone's fucking worst nightmare. What's y'all Saturday plans? What y'all cook for dinner? Where y'all going to eat? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. What's for dinner? It's been a rough week, but an amazing week. I kind of shared a few days ago with you guys. And I'm sorry, I didn't do an intro. Welcome to the channel, Aries the Emperor. All right. Back with another general for all of my Aries collective. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you guys will be notified when I upload or go live. All right, I am still running a special for all of you guys who are interested. I did upload a short. I've been working really hard on my crystal infused soy wax candles. So I uploaded a short just to give you guys a preview. My website, AriesTheEmperor.com, is where you can shop all of my candles, all of my natural soaps and oils as well. Thank you guys for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And I am... also, the personal readings, I am doing a sale on personal readings and candles, soaps, and oils. So AriesTheEmperor.com is the website. And I'll leave all of that information in the description box after the live as well. So thank you guys so much for your support. But I shared a couple of days ago, like my identity was stolen. Hackers got a hold to some of my information, or got a hold to my information. So, it's kind of been a reset for me this week, in that in my identity. And yeah, but all at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Empowering. It's like having nothing but everything all at the same time. It's the weirdest thing ever to say or experience, or to, you know what I mean, to feel. But I'm in good spirits, you know what I'm saying? And this too shall pass. I'm never gonna get on here and fake or front in front of you guys like my life is perfect. And if you've been following me, then you know that. You know what I'm saying? But I've taken all the proper steps that I need as far as on my end and what I can do to protect myself going forward. And just to warn you guys, it's the holiday season, so I don't want this to happen to anyone else. So make sure, you're shopping online, you're doing things for your loved ones. This is your information, this is your identity, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're protecting that. And if you have little ones or those who you are responsible for, you know what I'm saying? Because people are greedy and they are takers, you know what I'm saying? And this is the season for them to come in and wipe you out type energy. Because people would be saying, "Oh, there's not evil eye on you," or blah blah blah. They said in the third. I don't know what world you live in, but yes, the fuck there is, and there's plenty of it. You may not be experiencing it, but trust and believe we live in a world that was created partly, mostly with dark matter. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't go nowhere. As you know, energy don't die. Okay, it transfers and it multiplies. So let's get into it. Let's see what comes out in the spread, and let's get into this nightmare. But thank you to those of you who have checked on me. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you guys. And that's what I love about being a part of this community, being an Aries. You guys, even if I do get down, y'all don't let me stay down, and I love that. I ain't gonna say no more because I get sentimental and start crying. Y'all know it. So, let me chill. Whew. Messages for Aries spirit. Why is Aries someone's worst nightmare spirit? You guys, what did I mention earlier about these boundaries and you got somebody feeling imprisoned? Just like, these are like imagine intention candles that you lit, the white candle for purity. Imagine if this was like a black candle for protection. You know what I'm saying? And then a purple one for peace and, our harmony. And then this type of shit is burning people like vampires. Like, what they say, garlic is or silver is something that you use against dark entities or vampire like entities, sort of things here. These are people. What you have, it's like a repellent. It's like you are a walking nightmare, and that's for your protection. That's not in no means a bad way. That's with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna say you scary anyways. You might as well do it in style, right? So, and like I said here, and people are like, you're not embarrassed. You're not shame. You know what I mean? It's like an energy of people. It's like no matter what they do or say or whatever, you come down and you take a seat right there in the front row. Is who else has something to say? It's like when people say things about you at this point, it's you can't do nothing but sit down with the crowd and look intrigued. And what else have you heard? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you come with it. It's professional villain energy, Aries, but it's not the villain that they used to. It's the song Nicki Minaj. I think it was Chun Li. She said, "Oh, I get it. They painted me out to be the bad guy. Well, it's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy do the rap game like me." And I'm talking about like that energy, like that's what you give, and people know it after you walk out. They're gonna have to put your name on the wall. You know what I mean? It's that's what it's giving. And I mean, people know they can't live up to that. They know they got so much more work to put in and do, and that's a nightmare. You ever think about having to stay up all night and study for your test and hope and pray your exam that you pass the next day? Is that not a nightmare? Waiting on them test results to upload? Yeah, you got somebody feeling that. No sleep, running off straight adrenaline and coffee, baby. Nightmares. Warriors. Come out and play. Hey, Kendall, where you been? I'm glad I got on here a little earlier tonight, y'all. I'm sorry that I be coming on here so late. I don't be meaning to. Aries Creative Concepts. I love that name. We have the world, honey. The world, Craig. All right. Saturn energy. Like I said, a lesson can feel like a nightmare, Aries, but like I said, you walk with the darkness. You had to find the light. You had there was nothing when you walked out there. That's why they call you the spark. You had to light this motherfucker up so everybody could see and feel and walk and breathe. You know what I mean? So that the world could. So everybody. You know what I mean here, and people, somebody didn't do their research. Okay, you just woke somebody up and now they ass late for class type energy here. It's like I said, you want a lesson, I'll give it to you. It's the type of energy that you passing out here. Who cares if you hold a grudge at the end? Okay, they don't sign your paychecks. The uppermost high does. The spirit realm does. You know what I'm saying here? So, oh well. You see this here? Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. You spin the wheel when them spiritual gates and them spiritual portals open up for you to come in and spin at your will. Okay? Nobody else's. People could be feeling away because you're getting out in the world more. You're showing yourself more. You're showing up, more. You're being seen as you're showing up. You know what I'm saying? This is something, it feels good, like the energy that you are in. And, it's like I said, it could be very scary to others, who aren't used to someone or something like you. Who people get stuck in comfortability, they get stuck in settling here. And your fire, is people could have been getting comfortable with you being around them, but something in you is just like, no, there's more. There's more inside of you, and you know that. There's more for you to present. There's more for you to gain. There's more for you to love. There's more for you to access in this world. You know what I'm saying here? And you feel that tug, right? You feel that tug. And someone is like, yeah, I got a couple cups filled up. I feel a couple of those things in me, but they may not feel like they could fill all of this up. And they may not want you to feel like you could fill all of this up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they don't sign your checks. Okay? Something way bigger does. And it's going to become a nightmare for you if you don't get to experience that for yourself. Queen of Pentacles. When you walk out, they going to have to leave your name on that wall. This is somebody that came through, made it, sat down, and got the right to be comfortable. This is somebody that came in, sat down, paved the way, made the way, and now others come behind and follow through and see if they can transform and elevate and soul search and dark night of the soul. Can you get through this? Or do you need somebody to hold your hand? Because when Aries was out there in the field, out there fighting off demons, goons, and goblins with this death card energy and this Queen of Swords, yeah, Aries got every right to go somewhere and have a breather or two. Hell, you would too if you seen and been through the things that I've been through. AKA you. With this Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're going to have to come correct if you come around this motherfucker this time. Because we removing heads. for anybody that want to get beside themselves. And guess what? That's not you. That's above you. The Hierophant. That's not you. That's a call coming from above you. Because, see, you will not be stopped. I don't know how many times they're going to need to be shown and told that. Taurus energy. You are here to sit, to stay. You don't look down on others, but you are in an energy where others can learn and look up to you for whatever reason or talent or purpose that you were meant to come into contact with these individuals. And like I say, it may not be, you move so fast in your energy, that being that you are fire. So you may have already moved through something, but the rest of the energy hasn't caught up yet with you or others in the situation. That's why I say you have to let energy play out. It's like they sometimes, you get a read and they say this could play out 6 months from now, or, plus type energy. It's divine timing. And that's why you ahead in a lot of things. Ace of Wands energy. You ahead in a lot of things. Sometimes the hands move quicker than the eyes, quicker than the brain can process. And that's an energy that you operate in, with it being fire. That's where sometimes that risk may not be reward. And that's where you need to learn to alchemize when you are out there risking, so that you do land, if not on the reward, a couple steps from it, if you catch my drift. But Ace of Wands, like big Aries energy. Like I said, if there isn't a way, we finna bam through this motherfucker and make one. You see how big this stick is? Yeah, I'm gonna get through here. You best believe. And if not, these spiritual warriors behind me, yeah. It's called backup. You should get some. Because Aries keeps theirs. You hear me? Hanged man. Pisces energy. Real cutthroat. Can be. If that ain't a nightmare, I don't know what is. But see, when you embrace the fear, when you embrace the darkness, then there's nothing else to be afraid of. You can't do nothing but pull from the light after that point. You know what I'm saying? That's why somebody putting you in a nightmare, it's that you can't stay there, because you are created from light. Somebody gonna hear me. Knight of Wands, Leo energy. Oh, welcome, Dre888. Just join the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Knight of Wands, Leo energy. Like I said, this that fire. This is, I am on my way. Did I not just say this is backup? Literally. If this ain't enough, look what's coming in to join you. You know what I mean? Unstoppable, untouchable, a force. You are the type of movie that is the most exciting to go see, the type that people buy their tickets in advance, the type of event that, you don't want to miss. That's the type of thing that God and Spirit put you on this earth to walk and carry. You know what I mean? Privilege with the utmost respect is what this gives. When I think about you, Aries, you got to protect that. Got to. It's a lot of things you're going to have to walk away from to get to higher ground, aka higher you. You know what I'm saying? relationships you're gonna have to take serious and figure out like why are you really here. You know what I'm saying? Ace of Cups, because what you have to give is so real and it's so rare. You don't just be wanting to give that out to anybody out here. It feels lonely a lot, a lot of the time, but that's because, they say it's lonely at the top because shit is so many people at the bottom, trying to claw their way up. So just, when you do feel alone, just think about it, in that sense. You're not just anybody. So you can't just live and move like that, especially if you really see yourself as someone in a chosen energy. You know what I'm saying? We here to experience. This is a human experience. We are souls, okay? In a human body that we didn't get to pick, okay? But this up here, this boss that's talking to you day in and day out, that's pushing you, that's telling you don't give up, that's you. That's who you really are. They don't need no validation. It don't need no permission, none of that. Let's get an African goddess. How y'all feeling? How's your week been? Know we about to close this week out. I'm going to go spend a little time with some family on this evening. Kind of get my mind and my energy right to come back on for you guys. Ooh, in the AM. And I'm working on some more shorts for you guys too. Those are fun to do. And my members, I know I've said it, but I'm coming for you too, members. If I haven't said already, members, those of you who have, okay, I'm glad Dre 888 did just join. Okay, you'll get a free reading. All my members, you'll get a free mini reading once a month. Okay, if you've joined the membership, you can join on the Aries the Emperor channel. I think it's on the when you click on the main page, it'll give you an option to join membership. But once a month, you guys just email me. AriesLoveTarot11 @gmail is my email. If you have any questions, but to all of my members, if you would like your mini read, email me so that we can set up to do that for you. Okay. All right. All right, we have Aunt Nancy. And it says betrayal. What? Aunt Nancy. This ain't my auntie. I tell you that. This ain't my damn auntie. Look, you see she fell on the floor, right? No. Let's look this up, collective. I mean, did I not just say you have become someone's worst nightmare? That's the name of the reading. People really be mad because they betrayed you or tried to betray you and the shit didn't work. The shit didn't click. And they mad at you. It didn't work. And now they mad at you. Now they done tried some dumb shit and it done protected you and moved you even further away from the BS. And whoever's crunchy auntie this is, come get her, please. For she gets shaken up. Okay, let's look Aunt Nancy up real quick, y'all. Oh, okay. Aunt Nancy she symbolizes the number 20, and she is the shadow of betrayal. This is air element. So this could be air energy that you're dealing with. Okay, this could be an air sign. Like I said, we are currently Sun in Scorpio. The moon is in Libra, which is an air sign. Okay. So this has to do with questions as far as who really betrayed you. And it mentions betrayals from others, mirrors you betraying yourself. Also speaks on Anasi or Kawaku Anasi, the Akan trickster god and sacred clown, snuck into our global folk tales while Gula Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy, the tricky spider woman. My Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy stories about a witty teen spider. So, betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust, but without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens or no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. I've been saying this whole reading, have I not? Who is here for what and why, Aries? You find those questions out, you're going to simplify a whole lot of things in your life because you connected in a lot of ways through your relationships. You know, how do you keep fire going? You have to feed it. Correct? So my question for y'all for the evening, what are you feeding your fire? Okay? And I'll be back in the morning. All right. I love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. I gotta go. Ciao.